Guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I will show you guys how to do snow effect here in Blender. Okay, now the first thing I want to do now is to go to motion tracking. Just click here on this add, select VFX, then choose motion tracking. Alright, now we are in motion tracking workspace. Now we know this loading our footage. Just click on open, then go to your file directory, then drag the footage into the workspace, then press open clip. Alright, now we need to set the scene frame, and also click on prefetch to catch this. Guys, now you can play through your video to see what it looks like. And the next thing to do now is to track your footage, and which I will not be doing in this tutorial because I have already made 2 or 3 camera tracking tutorials already that you can go ahead to my channel right now and watch them. Okay, then now I'll show you how to do this animation and there's no effect and every good stuff in this video. Now let's go back to layout. Right now you can see a camera and an object here, and I have tracked this before, so I don't need to draw it again. So let me play this for you. Now you can see that this camera is corresponding to the scene. When you click on the zero right triangle, you can see it, and for you to see this, just click on the camera, then select the camera here, click on the camera, then click on background image, then mark it, then select the image here, click on movie clip, then choose our movie clip. Alright, this is how to see this, and when you play it through, you can see that we have object here, and the object is well placed and is well tracked to the scene. Alright, so the next thing to do now is to add the snow. Okay, and to do this, just press 0 back to the viewport. Now we need to add a plane. Just press Shift A, go to mesh, then select the plane, scale it up, press S to scale it wide, make it wider than the camera and all the same like so. Okay, now click here, then drag it forward like so. Now you need to drag it up like so, and we need to add a particle system to this. Alright, now to add the particle system to this, you need to come here. Now select this icon here. Now click on this plus sign. Now we already added a particle system. So when you play this, you can see a fall off of a particle system. And when you press 0 to view the camera view, you can see that we have something going on in the scene. Alright, and so first thing we need to do now is to create an object for this, which will represent the snow. So just come out here and click here. Alright, somewhere far from the scene. Now press Shift A, go to mesh, now select icon string, select that, then press zoom in, then press S and Z to scale it on a Z axis like so. Alright, so you can press W to smooth shading. Alright, so this object we add as our snow. You can scale it down like so. Alright, now click here to the plane. Now come down. Now select the render. Now change it from the way to object. Now come down to the intensity of object. Now select here. Then we need to just click on this speaker. Then select our object. Alright, so when you play this, you see the icosphere as the snow. So when you place 0, now you see a lot of snow falling. Now we need to come back up to increase the number of the particles. Let's choose 3000. Alright, now when you play this through, you have a lot of snow falling, and it's like it's not enough, so we need to increase it to something like 5000. Alright, let's keep this for now. Alright guys, now let's leave the particles for now and let's talk about this object in the scene. So this object I just put here is to represent some part of this building. So I need to recreate some part of this building. Let me just hide this. So we need to recreate some part of this building. Everything you see here that is visible to the camera, including here, this building at the back, at the front here. So we need to recreate everything. And to do this, just click here. I'll just press Shift and S. Then select cursor to selected object. Now press Shift A, come to mesh and select a cube. I'll just scale it down. Then I will rotate this according to this reference cube. R Z to rotate, then rotate on the Z axis like so. So I'll just hide this, press H down, or press Z, then select wireframe. Now just select this and scale it down. Alright. Now I'll just recreate this. Just press E, then drag up and press E, extrude up. Now I'll just resize this a little bit and drag it back like so. Alright, so to recreate this, it's not that complicated, so you can do this yourself. Just drag it like so, and this also like so. When you press E again, drag up, scale it down like so. Then press E, drag up, and press E to extrude upward. E again. Alright, I need to make this a face selection. Select the face. Now press E to extrude and drag this like so. So I need to drag this up. As you can see, now this is how to recreate geometry in the scene. So when you play this now, you can see that this stick to the scene correctly, and it's because I have a good track. So you can do this, you can recreate geometry when you have a solid track. Alright, so press E to extrude down, E to extrude downward, like so. So from here you can just press S to scale it up a little, drag this a little bit, now drag it down. So just to match the reference of this scene. And the reason why I recreate some part of this set is that I want you to make it look like a 3D scene here. So when you look at this snow falling down from the sky, you can see that it's not like a 3D, it's like you put something at the front of the frame. So we need to make it look like 3D. So we need to recreate some part of the set here. Alright, so let me just show you what I mean here. So when you just click on this, yeah, so when you just drag this a little, now you can see that there are some particles which of the snow falling behind of this pillar that you recreate. As you can see, this is falling at the front and there are some falling behind it, as you can see here. So when you drag this, you can see that it's falling from behind. You can see this also falling from behind, and this is how to make something like this perfect. Alright, and I need to create all this geometry because I have already did this before. So recreating this will take a lot of time and we must work on it to make it perfect. Okay guys, so I don't have to recreate this because I already did this before. So I just hide this H, then bring back the one I did before. So as you can see, I recreate all various things on this. So you can see everything going on here. You can see everything here. So when you go to 3D view, now you can see everything here, including the building at the back and the pillar, everything I recreated. So this helps to hide some of particles that supposed to fall behind and fall outside. So let me just show you exactly what I'm talking about. So as you can see some buildings, some geometry falling behind here. and some are falling at the back. Alright, so what we do now is to come back to this, which is the particle system. So we need to make this more better. This is not a rain and this is too fast like a rain. So come down here to field weight. Now come to gravity and turn that down to 2.2 rather, and turn the gravity to 0.2 like so. So when you play this come out slow and it's not touching ground. So come down to this lifetime and make it like 2000. So it should come down. As you can see, it's coming down. Alright, and what you need to do now is to make this variation of this. So when you come to the velocity here, just have to do the randomize to 0.1, and this is okay. Come down to physics and the brownie to 0.5. When you come back to review, now you can see that this is behaving more like snow rather than rain. You can turn up this to more. So also decrease the weight of this to something like 0.5. Alright, I prefer this. So we need to increase the numbers of the particles, which is to 10,000. And we need to also to drop the size down. Let's come down to object size, then drop it down and randomize. Give it a randomize. Alright, this is looking nice right now. Okay, now we need to make this a collision object. Just select this buildings. Yeah. Come down to physics. Now set a collision. Set this building also. Set a collision. Every building you see there, you set it a collision. Alright, so when you play this, you have something like this. Alright, I think this is not working perfect to this, so we need to drag this back and also to side so that the snow can touch the building here. Something like this. Alright. When you check here, you can see that some snow is falling on the building, on the top of the building like so. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm saying that. Alright, and this is done right now. Okay, so when you render this, just click on render image. So this is what we end up having. And a lot of you guys have been asking me about rendering in Blender, that you just have some rubbish effects on your scene, and this is how I will show you now how to do your render and set up everything correctly. So first thing you need to do now is to bake this simulation, which is this snow we did. Just go back to particle system. Now come down, come up here. Now you see cache. Let's come down and select bake. Alright, now we've baked this simulation and that is done right there. So the first thing to do now is to go to the scene. Just click here. Now come down to frame. Now set it to transparent. Alright. Now we need to set this renders. So when you click on this render, this is what will be found, and this is not exactly what we are looking for. And to do this, we need to change the color of the snow to something white. Alright, now come back to 3D, then click on our object here, which is the emitter for our particle system. Now come down to shading, give it a material. Now reduce the roughness. Then when you click on render, you have this, and it's still not looking like white surface right now. Just click on render. So come to board and increase the brightness of this board. Now we have something white. Alright, that is done, and that is that about that. So the next step to do is this building right there. So because when you render this, just click on render. This is what we end up with when you render this. We don't need to have this. Just click on the buildings, go to shading, click on new. Now we need to delete this point of the shading. Just press X to delete that. And press Shift A, go to shading, and select, put out, then drag this to the surface. Now by doing this, we hide something behind of this and set this put out. As you can see, now we have a transparent background here. So click on the other part of the building and give them the same put out material. Alright. Alright, I think everything is done right now. Okay, so when you play this now, you have something like this. Now we have some snow falling behind, from the back, or the bottom, and everywhere part of this thing. Alright, so when you just select this, I want to delete my previous wall I created before. Just click on them, then delete that. Alright. Okay, now let's render this again. Now we have this. Let's come to something where this will be more visible, like so. Now let's render this. We have this, and this, I don't know, let's check it here. So we need to delete this building. I added them before. So when you just click on render again, when you hide stuff, don't forget to delete them from the scene. Now let's re-render this again. Alright, this is looking nice. Okay, so the first thing to do now is to go to composite and now click on use nodes. Alright. Now we need a viewer node, just press Shift A. Go to output, then select viewer. We need alpha over node, push V. Go to color, select alpha over, put that here. Now drag this connection from this alpha over to the viewer to see. Press V to scale down the viewport of this viewer. Now we need our movie clip. Just press Shift A, go to input, select movie clip, then put the image down to this bottom socket here. Now select our movie. Alright, now this is how to do this. Now press this, change this to the top to the bottom. Alright, then we have our snow follow, and we need to give this some depth, and also to give this a motion blur just to make it look more realistic. Alright, now click here, select the motion blur, enable it. Now when you render this with this amount of motion blur, let's see how it will look. Alright, now this is nice and okay for me. Now let me increase the step to 5, then render this once again. Alright, okay, now so the next thing to do is to hide. Let's go to composite, and now let's do some color to this. Now press Shift A, select color, and select color balance node. Okay, we need to drop the gamma, so press Shift A, go to color, select the gamma, increase this gamma something like 0.2. Alright, now give it some lines, bluish tint. Alright, and also the gamma, put it some reddish, not too much. Alright, this is looking nice. So when you give this final render, now you have your animation. And to do this, click here, click on output. Now click here to add an output to this. You can just click the movie, do an output, small effects. Now you can accept this down, come down, click edit this and change it to video. Come down to the encoding, now change it to Mega 4 and MP4. Now select. Now we have the Mega 4 MP4 quality of this. Okay, now we have the H264. Now you can just render this as animation. Click here, then render animation. So that's how to do this event. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you learned something. I will see you guys in my next video.